Hello. Is this thing on? Hi, friends. Hello, lurkers. I hope you're all doing well. I'm a bit eepy today. So we'll see how far we get. What we get up to. You know? Obviously more George Jackdaw. Hi, Porpoise. Good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Let me move my microphone around and... There we go. Hello. Oh, right. Yeah. Had to move my audio cable. Right, so a couple things that I could be doing today. I have to look into exactly how to do things, mainly the eyes. How to glue those on. And this tongue, this one's finally fully dried. Then it's good. You just have to sand down the bottom here, make it a bit more rounded. And then what I think I'll do this on here so that I have something to hold it by. Like this, just temporarily. Maybe not like this because this is quite thin. But anyway, I can add primer and yeah, paint it. But we'll see. What I've done outside of stream is sand it down, all the things that I already added, and then added a bit more foam clay to really smooth that out. So I'll be sanding that. And then this entire thing will also get primer. Yeah. So I'll mostly be sanding today. I need to get some new ones of these. They're actually for sanding the nails, but... Oh, hi, Gilzak! Hi, did you get that mixed bugs of fur at all? I haven't ordered it yet. I'm waiting on my next payday. Oh, welcome back. I will be getting that box of mixed fur. Yeah. Definitely. So I have one more here. I can't remember the name of these. It's something board. But yeah. I've already sanded the top of this one a bit. But I couldn't do the bottom yet because this was still drying, but it's fully dry now. It looks like I'll need to do this mechanically. That's alright. It'll be a lot quicker that way. This one I will do by hand. It's okay if it has like a tiny bit of texture to it. It's organic material after all. But yeah, I can wait until my next paycheck because I am not at the point of furring this. Not yet. There's still a bit of a ridge in here that I can feel. I might, actually, do I still have some? I will be using Flax Bond. I do still have some quick seal. I also have some filler, but I'm not sure that'll dry fast enough. Let's see. It doesn't say how long this needs to dry. Because I know this one is a maximum of 2 hours, yeah. No, but I do need to take this one downstairs. There's a couple holes that need filling. Let's see how far I get with the mechanical sanding. I mean, technically this is mechanical too, because it's movement, but I meant with my little sanding drum on my rotary tool. The electrical one. If you're like, dude, why are you talking nonsense? 1, that's just me. 2, I have ADHD. 3, I'm tired. And 4, English is not my native language. All right. Time to set up the vacuum. I won't need this anymore, so I'll put this away for now. I will need this one. wonder. How far do you open? Can't add a lot more height, but I can add a little bit. Let's hope this works. Should be good enough. I'll be muting myself because I need to turn on this, which is a vacuuming system. And it can be quite loud. There we go. This is some spots that need some work, I see. Now that I've removed the dust a bit. Also, I managed to pull a muscle. Excuse me. Chat, how does one pull a muscle while crafting? Ah, in my chest even. Rude. Dear body, what the fuck? Lots of skill. Hi, Mal! Oh, come on in. It's good to see you. Lots of skill, eh? I am talented like that. It is true. Your cosplay look badass so far. Thank you! I'm really proud of how it's coming along. I especially really like the eyes, even though they haven't been glued in place yet. I have to figure out the positioning of them, though, so I can still see. Yeah, thanks. It's coming along. And the tongue, too. There's some people that have told me they find it very cursed, which pleases me. Good. Good cursed content. Oh, I think my pulled muscles calmed the fuck down. What do you call those? The ones that are right underneath your boobs. As in... Are those deltoids? No, I don't know. I don't know muscles. Do I look like someone who knows muscles and works out? Curse is always a plus. Good. Yeah, this is still too bumpy. This needs to be sanded down a bit more. Please hold while I once again mute you. There we go. I don't know why I've decided that today I'm apparently some kind of villain. Nah! But I don't know. Some days be like that. Hello, villain. Hello, Frank. Welcome in, friend. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, I think this elastic band might have been too old. I'm gonna cut that away. Let's see, maybe I can just... not risking pulling it out. Where are my scissors? Hello? They're here because I had the wrong set in front of me. I had the sculpting set still here. Currently waiting on the effects of coffee. Nice. I'm a bit eepy. But what else is new? I got more than enough sleep. So I should be fine. Learned a couple things in this process, and that is that we add the elastic at the very end. There's no use or need to do that any sooner. So I'm cutting them all out best I can, because this this bitch decided that hot gluing everything into place so it wouldn't never ever come out again was the best course of action. There we go. Boom. Much better. You live, you learn, and that's okay. Yeah. I'm just glad I've come to a point, you know, past therapy and whatnot, where I can just go, made a mistake, and I'm showing you this live on the internet. Instead of, you know, previous me would have gone, oh no, I can't show people that, they think I'm a fraud. Which is bullshit, because everyone makes mistakes and we learn from them. But yeah. And I would not feel those things about other people, right? It would just be about me. Yeah, yay for progress. Hey, it's part of the process. Exactly. It sure is. Pretending that it isn't is just foolish and giving people the wrong idea. You might be wondering why I have 3 pairs of scissors here. Each have their own expertise, and sometimes I need to check which one I need for this particular thing. 'Cause these are nice and tiny and sharp. So legend has it that these small stork-shaped scissors were given to Dutch midwives way back when as a thank you, because midwives would often sew baby clothes or alter them in between things, like when they were on shift and waiting. So it was apparently customary to give them a pair of stork scissors. Now, I am not a midwife, nor have I ever been. And I don't have an ambition to become one, if I'm completely honest with you. I just like the shape. If you're a fellow crafter, there's no question. Yeah. Yeah, this is too old. I won't cut out everything because then there's a chance that I damage the mask, but I'm just grabbing the bits and pieces that stick out. Oh, yeet! Yeah, something like that. I need to do some more sanding on the inside. You stay open. Now that I can actually have a proper look at it. Who'd have thunk it? So let me clamp that contraption back in place. There we go. Putting this aside. Okay. Okay. You go here. Now heat sealing again. Because all the parts that we've sanded are now no longer sealed. Cool. Making progress. Hi, McKay. Welcome back. Yes. Indeed. I think I'm at the point where the beak is sufficiently smoothed that I can start adding the primer. But also the tongue. Yeah. And then I have to find out how to glue these in place, I think. Hold on. Where did I put that? This one. I don't need the caulking. Let me use this water to water my plants, because I don't need it. Not sure contact glue will work if that glass or resin. Maybe some Gorilla Glue. Yeah. This one should... It's glass, yeah. This one should fit. Wood, glass, fabric, ceramic, Gems, metals, marble, fiberglass, concrete, most plastics, like some plexiglass and much more. Yeah, so this one should be good. Yaman Calamari has a similar eye. Nice! Yeah, it's glass. I couldn't find acrylic or resin domes. And I knew that I would not be able to pour them myself this well with resin. So yeah. Takes longer on bubbles. I do have glue clamps. But I'm not gonna glue the eye just yet. I'm gonna use contact cement for the tongue first. See, cause then yeah, thank you for stopping by. Catch you later. Okay. So I've decided to make my life easier and not harder, because usually when I use contact cement, it's a mess. I'm a clumsy bugger despite being very crafty. So I just bought contact cement that comes with a little brush. Has made my life so much easier. Highly recommend. Oh, I forgot I haven't heat sealed this one yet. To be careful with my hands, but there we go. So there's an ad starting soon, so feel free to lower the volume on the player or mute the tab. You won't be missing much because this will have to dry for 10 minutes-ish. Putting that on, really pressing it on there. Ah. Gives me at least a rough outline of where it'll be. There we go. And now we wait. This is a fume extractor, so that I'm not inhaling the fumes. Hi, Sid! Thank you for the sippies. I shall have a sippy. Always drinking out of a closed container with a straw. I've stuck my brush in my drink one too many times years ago and decided I'm just drinking out of closed containers. So while this dries, I'll have a look at the eyes and see. Oop! Hello. Your way back home, so lurk for then. See you in a bit. Drive safely. Okay. I need to redo the eyes, which is fine. I've done it a couple times, but now I'll need to redo it on slightly sturdier paper, which is fair. And then with some acrylic paint, which is also fair. Okay. I'm gonna be right back and dive into the paper waste to get me some see if we have some thicker paper or cardstock or something in there. Yes, I'll be right back. There we go. Turns out I didn't even have to leave the room for that. So yay. There we go. So that's that. The glue is almost dry enough to stick together. Okay. That's the eyes. It will come with... actually, can I show you that? Please hold. Mm, 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 mm. I can. There you go. I need to adjust this slightly, but it looks a bit. There. So this is how this person, they're Robop on Tumblr, made this. What's their name? Can I? Yeah. I can see. This is the idea. The eyes can be adjusted while they're on the costume and portray different emotions, and I think that's really cool. But yeah. They said to get acrylics on, but again, I couldn't find them, so I just got glass. And I'll be using my glue clamps on them. And they've made the pupil slightly smaller than I have mine. So I'll have to see. And then this is the process on how to make those eyelids. Yeah, what they say here is that, you know, adding the detail on the eyelids like they have here. Go away. This part. They used epoxy sculpt for that, but don't recommend it. So what I'm gonna do is use foam clay. Should be easier, presumably. Yeah, that's that. They made a whole bunch of, I can actually show you, because this is their design, which I think is incredibly cool. And I can only aspire to be this cool. But yeah, they made a whole bunch of tutorials. Like the eye, but also the clawed gloves. And I'm debating if I'm gonna make these claws myself or if I'm ordering some off of Etsy. But also craft from feathers. And the small wings. And the tail too. But yeah, as you can see here, there's the small wings and the tail. Nope, I'm here. Hi, Tara. Welcome in. Oh. There we go. Feet as well. I'll be making feetsies too. I have a pair of these, but in black. They're the kind of shoes that you can basically just roll up and put in your handbag. Yeah, ta-da, bird feet. Alright, looks like the glue is sufficiently dried. Zoop. Yeah. Yeah. Ta-da! I'll put these eyes aside for now because, yeah, we're using these. The template. Again. Looks like I'll have to get out the paint for that. But first. I'm doing pretty good today. I'm excited to be crafting again. They do make me happy. This one's been a little fucked up beyond repair. You can, yeah, you can see it. So I'm gonna cut those off. And then use it for the glue, and then I can chuck this one out. I'll get some new ones eventually. Yes, I know that in theory I can reshape it with steam or other heat, but these versions are like 10 years old. You know? Well, I say glue, but it's flax bond, but it's wood glue adjacent. So PVA of some description. And I'll only be doing the beak because the rest will be covered in fur anyway. will A, not be really visible, and B, actually work better if the material is raw. So the glue and everything sticks to it better. It gets slightly absorbed by the foam. I will not be painting the inside. At least not all of it. But I will seal the edges here. So yeah, I'll need 2, maybe 3 layers of this stuff. I haven't highlighted the last the last stream of crafting from last week, because I had to appeal some muted audio because the Twitch bot had determined that I had played copyrighted audio of exactly 3 minutes of unknown artist with an unknown title. So I appealed, naturally. Yeah. Hi, Lyra. Looks sick as hell. Thank you, and thank you for the lurk.
Hello, Percy!
Welcome in, friend. I hope you're doing well. Now that's some tough claims. Doing alright, having a post-chopping dip. Aww. We'll take it easy, alright? Yeah, some tough claims. I know, right? I don't know if I can win that appeal. Oof. Unknown artist with unknown title? Gee whiz. Even if it was an artist and a title, like I pay for Epidemic Sound, and I only use their music / playlists, so I have the right to play that on stream because I fucking pay for it. That shit ain't cheap. Hello. Also, just because you don't know, if you've been able to make it to my Dragon Age, what are your favorite? Just because I don't know if I'll be able to make it to your Dragon Age stream, what are your favorite spots in the games? How do you mean? How do you mean? As in, favorite places we've already visited, or stories, or people? Because there is one, like I really like the Kunari as a race, as a concept with, not just because they have horns, but just the way they lead their society and things. Yes. Who I really like as a character, and I would love to do a cosplay of sometime, is a character we only briefly met in Origins so far, as Dagna. Who will come back in Inquisition. All of the above, your brain was curious but not specific. Basically, yo Finn, info dump about your favorite game series, huh? I really like Dagna the Arcanist, because the way magic works in the Dragon Age universe is that dwarves, they don't dream. They're not connected to the dream world. So because they don't dream, they can't do magic. But Dagna is fascinated by magic. She's a dwarf, so she can't do magic, but she's fascinated and sees no reason why dwarfs shouldn't be able to study magic, even though they can't perform it, right? So she becomes the world's first arcanist, which I really, really like, because it also ties into the a type of a wizard I'd like to play someday in a tabletop game, who's basically like, there's no such thing as magic. It's all science. Like, I have the components here in this pouch, and I know exactly which ones I need to mix together to create a fireball, for example. Like, the very mathematics, physics, chemistry approach to magic. It's not magic, it's science. I didn't study all these years at the academy for it to be called some kind of magic trick. Or an artificer. Yeah, kinda, but definitely, like, more like, because wizards study so much for their powers, right? And they keep their own spell book. And I would like to imagine it's just alchemical formulas and stuff like that. But yeah, Dagna doesn't make construct, so she's not an artificer in that sense. But yeah, also can't do magic, but calls herself an arcanist, basically. I really enjoy the idea of that. I'm excited to play Inquisition. We're gonna start Act 3 in Dragon Age 2 tomorrow. We've already started it briefly last week. So that means that we'll be starting Inquisition soon, which we definitely won't finish before the new game comes out. But that's okay. I just have to avoid spoilers just a little bit longer. But we'll manage. Yeah, I'm thinking, I'm excited also for Inquisition, because there's a whole bunch of new worlds and things to discover that have been referenced so far in the games. I'm excited how the world all ties together, how the things we've seen played through in Origins still have an effect on the world in Inquisition. That's one of the things I really love. I need to, good that you mention it, I need to update the tapestry of the things we've done so far in Dragon Age 2. Because then we can have Varric do the entire story again before we hop into Inquisition. That'll be nice. The Blue Lyrium depths in Inquisition, yeah, that's DLC, right? With the Titans? The view and the lore, yes. We'll know where I'm not sure if it's ever been confirmed that Sandal comes from there, but it's definitely heavily implied. Sounds pretty, yeah. I'm excited to play the DLC of Dragon Age 2. Because that is the interlude, basically, to Inquisition as well. Super pretty, sadly fucking deadly. Yes. Yes. There are some really pretty parts in there. Also, with Inquisition being sort of open world, just different locations, but all open world-ish. Yeah, you have to be careful which turn you take, otherwise you face enemies you're definitely not equipped for yet. Yeah, I'm thinking. I'm not sure what we'll encounter tomorrow now that Act 3 has started and the Kunari have been defeated. I know what'll happen, but I'm not sure how soon that is gonna happen. Hi Sebastian, welcome on in. I hope you're doing well. The first time you stepped in there, you were not prepared. I can imagine, yeah. We're talking about the Dragon Age games, Sebastian, and my favorite parts of it, basically. Wait, yeah. Maybe one day I'll do Dagna as a cosplay. That'll be cute. Favorite places? I think the Emerald Graves are really pretty. There's a lot of elven lore there as well. I do believe it's the Emerald Graves. But that's not until Inquisition that we'll go there. I think it's the Emerald Graves that also has the trolls roaming around. And Hello Pretty just by their names? Yes. For sure. I'm excited to put up the next poll. I think I'll do that once we start the DLC for the second game. Because in Inquisition, the characters are not player sexual. They have their own sexuality and their own personality, which I really like. Like, I understand, you know, teehee, everyone's bisexual, so you can romance whoever you like. But I really enjoy the fact that they gave everyone their own personality and sexuality in Inquisition. So, depending on who we romance, who we want to romance, that would determine race and gender. Hi, Lori. Curly, yeah, Curly is adorable. But yeah, it's not just sexuality, it's also well, I mean, it's not just gender related, it's also race related. For some companions don't have a preference and others do. whether it be for a certain gender or a certain race that they're are or are not interested in, or both. I know Eggman is very specific. Soulless. But yeah, I'll do the same thing I did when we chose a warden and when we chose a hawk. I'll post a poll in the Discord, and then you can cast a vote. And I'll put the potential results of each answer in spoiler tags. So if you want to know, you can have a look. But if you don't want to know, then you just pick one. Or if you already know, of course. Because that determines our character, our Inquisitor. I think that's a fun way to do things. Sexual is an easy way to appeal to everyone, but I really appreciate making the choice and stance. Yeah, same. Because there's not just straight characters in Inquisition. There's gay characters as well as bisexual characters. And they really have that preference for some races as well. Which I feel like that really gives the companions some more depth, right? They're not just, oh yeah, this is one of the companions that tags along. Just to appeal to you, the player, and your character. No, this is a companion. They have their own preferences and ideals and thoughts on the world and prejudice and stuff like that. I really like that. I'll also give you my personal preference once I put up the poll. Unless you want to know now, of course, I'm happy to discuss it. Like ultimately, I want the community to have that choice. But I feel that knowing what I know about the games, that one specific Inquisitor with a specific romance would cause the most plot twist, anguish, and heartbreak. You know? Will you also add the consequences? I mean, like, has to be yeah. Make things feel a little more real and impactful, like finding the lesbian in the crowd is always super fun. Oh, you're gonna love Sarah. I'll tell you that much. I think that gives pretty replayability a lot more impact, yeah. So you said I was not sure who your fav would be, and now I hang on to. Oh, we want that one then. You want that one? You want that one? You sure? I'm curious, son. You hang on to. I'm not saying it's a favorite. Because I definitely would not describe it as a favorite, but... as far as on-stream playthrough goes, this would be a good one. it gives you so much more insight and foreshadowing and oof. Yeah. I think there's a difference between this combo is the best for the story because Regis made it that way, and this combo is more personally desirable. And it kind of gets sad that they claim there's no canon state, and yet there clearly is. Yeah. It's been... They've said for a long time, and also like the people that have worked on the games have said that like yeah, no, there is no real world state, we've designed it so and so. But then when you read things like the Heart in Hightown, obviously they had to pick one hawk, but BioWare has said that the warden, for example, was a Dalish elf, even though for years they said, oh yeah, no, there's no canon world state. But I do understand that they had to pick a default world state as well for Inquisition, in case you couldn't load in your own, or didn't want to. So, you know. But yeah, no, definitely the path with the chargers, but I can't, Sen. I cannot send them. No. I can't do that to my boy Krem. I can't do that to Dalish, who definitely isn't a mage and doesn't have a staff. No. That's a bow with an aiming crystal. It's Dalish, you wouldn't understand. Oh yeah, you understand, picking a default stage is understandable for newcomers or people who don't want to replay, but it's when one particular path has more content and relevance in game that bugs me. Yeah, no, I get that. Though my first playthrough was as a Kunari Inquisitor. Loved being able to play as Kunari. But it was interesting to see that it did add some prejudice towards your race, because Kunari are extremely rare in the place where you start the game, so... Alright, that's enough of my misery. Josephine, best girl wife material right there. Josephine is adorable. Yes. I just found her romance path to be a bit lacking, sadly. But it is cute, yes. Though the scene with the bull is the most hilarious one, where there's a little spoiler for y'all. Yeah, because we can't play them all. But there's a scene, if your Inquisitor romances the bull, and there is a scene where you've very obviously just had sex, and then your advisors decide that it's okay to barge into your bedroom. And the bull is just lying there naked, man-spreading on the bed, not ashamed, not attempting to hide any of that. And it's beautiful. Think it's their own fault for not knocking and waiting for an answer. Oh, absolutely. Abso-fucking-lutely. Josephine gives you the shivers? Why? I like Josephine. I'm curious how I'll find Sarah now, because I remember when I first played the game, I couldn't stand Sarah. I would, oh no, could not. But I think now that I'm a different person, you know, post-therapy, I'm curious to see how that goes. You don't like her accent, okay. But do you like Liliana and her accent then? Josephine is also from Orlais, right? Just like Liliana. I always found Sarah was quite lovely in smaller doses. Her fans, however, yikes. See, I've never dug that deep into the fandom. Yeah. Don't ever dig deep into the fandom. It's a dark place. Noted. I've never really felt the appeal for like fandoms and things, at least not to dig deep into there and participate there. It's not the way I hyperfixate. I understand that some people do, and yeah, then you get really, really deep into those places, and people will have hyperfixations about their blorbos, and anyone who disagrees is wrong. Yeah, I can see how that, yeah. No, I hyperfixate in different ways. So much good that comes out of it, like the mapping of the Dalish language and histories and analyses, but the fights and the blatant bigotry is bad. Yeah. Sadly comes with the territory. But yes. I agree that it would be nicer if it wasn't, you know? Alright, I need to let this dry. We'll have an ad break soon anyway, so I'm gonna be right back. Let's see. I can wait for I can wait until just before the ads to do that. Then I'll have a bio break and grab a hair dryer. Thank you for the sips. Speed up this drying process a little. Yeah, I definitely will do a self-care. Let's see. I'm proud of how this is turning out. I do really like the tongue. It's cursed. I love it. My favorite. Oh. Zip. Oh, hello. And then I need to think about adding the foam and such. And once that is dry, I'll put the mask on again and see where I'll be adding the eyes. Roughly. Because I might need to cover up part of these to be able to stick those eyes on. Which is fun because this will all be covered in fur anyway. But yeah. It'll need lots of tweaking and fine-tuning. I'm gonna take my time with this one. Right. I'm gonna be right back now. Take this time to take care of yourself. Figure out what you need. Go get that. Maybe some hydration, maybe a snack. Bio break. Who knows? I'll see you after the ads, yeah? Hello. How's it going, friends? Did you have a good break? Waiting for a game to download / install is taking too long. What you gonna play, Lori? What you gonna play? An oldie called Terra. Doesn't ring a bell. But you've established before that I am a young'un, apparently. They made private servers. Okay. What type of game is it? Like what? Okay, MMO. Aha. Well, enjoy. I'll be muting while I use the hairdryer so I don't blow your ears out. It rings a vague bell. It might be up your alley, son. I don't know. Have a look. There we go. Any special homey, such nostalgic places in the Dragon Age games? I'm thinking. There's some really beautiful places, especially in Inquisition, where they made multiple maps that are open world, so there's a lot to do and explore and see, and sadly the world is a little cursed. Bull's bedroom. Yeah, Inquisition has a lot of open worlds, like the hinterlands, for example, will be the most known for it because you can spend so many hours in the hinterlands and get so many levels in there. Dorian's library, yes. Just Skyhold in general. Which is basically also Bull's bedroom. Yeah. The tavern. What's its name again? But yeah, just Skyhold. In general, which is basically your home base in Inquisition. So right now in Dragon Age 2 we have the estate that we enter. Yeah, basically every time, but each companion has their own home in the city, or at least the place they will frequent and where you can find them on off hours. Like Aveline will be in the barracks because she's captain of the guard. Isabella will be at the bar, and Varric will have his own suite, basically, in the Hanged Man, the tavern. Meryl has her home. Fenris has his mansion that's falling apart. Anders has his clinic in Darktown. In Origins, the Warden, there's not really a home base. Like, you have camp, but because the world is in shambles and you're basically fleeing from Logain's people, you don't really have a home base. You have your camp, but that's it. And basically every other place you go to is in shambles because there's a blight going. Basically a zombie apocalypse. But in Inquisition there's some really beautiful ancient elven what do you call it, temples and the like. So I do like Dagna's workshop, basically, which is underneath Skyhold, but the backdrop is a waterfall. Dagna basically has her workshop in a little cave behind the waterfall. Although it's not a cave, it's the basement of Skyhold, but yeah. Which I think is pretty cool. And in Inquisition, you'll be able to change things in your throne room by things you unlock. played it so many times that I've unlocked all the things by now. But yeah, different thrones, different curtains and drapes and things. Stained glass. What I also think you'll like, Percy, is the part where Solus is in Skyhold. He paints the chapters, basically. He paints everything that happens. He makes a wall, like a mural, in his round tower. And depending on the choices you make as an Inquisitor, there's different murals. He paints your story, basically. Yeah, if you've never played any of the Dragon Age games and you want to get into it, I'd say start with Inquisition, because it's a bit more modern, even though it's like 10 years old, but the other games are even older and clunkier in mechanics. And then if you get hooked on the lore and the world and everything, then you can always play Origins or Dragon Age 2 and or. Because there's a lot of lore to be had. But you don't need to have played any of the other games to be able to play Inquisition. It works really well as a standalone game. It's just that you'll have more lore and connections and things going on that you understand if you've played the other games. But it definitely is not a need. Not something you need to do. But yeah, Inquisition has a lot of beautiful places. The reason that Origins doesn't really have that is because, well, there's basically a zombie apocalypse going on. And not just the zombie apocalypse, there's also werewolves and basically trouble around every corner. The reason Dragon Age 2 doesn't have a lot of beautiful places is because they didn't have time or money. They weren't allowed time-wise to make the game in such a way that it was a lot more diverse. So they reuse a lot of dungeons and things like that. If you've seen my my playthroughs or caught up on the VODs, you'll notice that there's a lot of places that they reuse. And especially if you don't have time to watch an entire VOD, which I get, but you just skip through it. You're like, didn't you go there before? Or are you still in that same place? And it's like, no, they just reused the dungeon because they didn't have time to make a new map. A bit sad. So yeah, that's why most of the things I'm naming are an Inquisition. Because yeah, the world's still in shambles, the world's still going to shit, but it's not zombie apocalypse kind of shit. Yeah, I think that is the Emerald Graves. I think. Or the Arbor Wilds. Both of them are pretty. I think it's the Arbor Wilds, actually. I think the Emerald Graves... I might be... a different place than I thought it was. I think it's the Arbor Wilds, yeah. I don't know. You could look it up, Sen, if you like. But it might be Emerald Graves and the Arbor Wilds is different. Is that where the Temple of Mythal is? Because that temple's really pretty. Been a hot minute since I've played. Arbor Wilds is a Temple of Mythal. Both are lush and green. Yes. Okay, thank you. Then I did remember correctly. And then the Emerald Graves is where the mansion is as well, isn't it? All right. Bring in the blow dryer. Hey, Dr. K. Ross. Hi. Burp mask time. Yes, it's burp mask time. Hi, I have myself muted while I was using the blow dryer to dry the primer. Look. With the tongue I mentioned. It's so good. Thank you. Thank you. There's still a lot of work to be done. But yes. Already very happy with how this is turning out. I'm just glad I'm allowing myself to be patient. Because it's paying off. So these are the eyes. I need to redo them with acrylic paint, apparently, because the glue I'll need to glue these onto the glass will probably smudge the felt tip that I've used to create it. So I will be recreating this in acrylic paint and letting that dry thoroughly on this thin cardboard. New GPU problem, but maybe also solution. Be right back for a reboot. That is an interesting... Yeah. Ooh, that's if you seal the felt tip with hairspray, would it sub the smudge? That's a good question. That is indeed a good question. The thing is, these are glass. Because I couldn't find acrylic domes in this size. So these are glass, and I don't want to risk ruining them, because I might not be able to get a replacement for them. So I have time. I have the time, so I will allow myself to take that time and just redo it on this instead of, because this is just paper anyway. Just redo it on this and paint, because I have the acrylic paint. And maybe make the pupil slightly smaller. I don't know, because it's quite a big magnification. But yeah, I'm following a tutorial of this person. Robop on Tumblr. This is their Kenku Roo. Okay, but your eyes look amazing. Kupo, hi! Welcome on in, friend. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, holy shit, exactly. It's so good. And they were kind enough to make tutorials on basically everything. Like the eyes. So this is also something that I'll be following, to have articulated eyes. So you can have different moods. It's wild, the skin and talons, right? Very cool. So yeah, I'll be doing this as well. Because they've made a tutorial on how to do this. But also, these. And I have stockings, tights. Hold on. That are not the same, but similar, because they're the only ones I could find. These are mine. Yeah, these are mine. These are the ones that I found. They're full of glitter, so I'll have to give them a wash first to not put glitter everywhere. I have 2 sets. One for my legs and one for my hands. Yeah, this is also a tutorial. And then I'll either sculpt these, because I do have the epoxy sculpt. But I might just save myself the trouble and order them off Etsy, but that's expensive because then someone else will have to go through the trouble of sculpting these. So, we'll see. You'll just be a gayer Kanku. Yeah, I'll be a little Jackdaw. Little Georgie. Yeah, how to make craft foam feathers, like with detailed pictures on how to, but also the tutorial. How to etch in the details and then cut. Really make it look more like a feather. And then eventually you'll get something like this. The amount of detail that's gone into this is incredible. Yeah, about 2mm. And you'll get, this is the tail. And this is how they explain like how the wings are made, because look here. It looks pretty realistic, but that's because they've put so much thought and detail into this, into how to make these wings. But yeah, it's EVA foam, the same that my mask is made out of. At least over here, I know that SKS Props uses HD foam because that's their own brand as far as I understand. But yeah, it's just EVA, ethyl vinyl acetate. In different thicknesses. Oh, this is a tutorial on how to add feathers to the third head to give it even more realism. Which, holy shit. I'd have to find a matching gray set of feathers, but look how it's so cool. Repeat 300 times for a good look. A phone for your project, buying branded stuff would be... Yeah. I get mine from a local cosplay shop. Cause yeah. And they have good stuff too. It's just that SKS has their own brand of things, which... If you're in the States, I get it, but over here, just get the EVA foam, because it really, I don't think there's much of a difference. I also like that they made this out of linen, which would make sense, you know, as an adventurer as well, to get that. I've decided, by the way, I finally decided that George is gonna be a bard. Let me look that up real quick. I have to, I was gonna get this, box of, scrap furs, but it's been sold out, which is fair, you know, they only have scraps for so long, but then I can still get this, and some cheaper black fake fur as well. It's interesting, if you sort it by price, you get 20, 20, and then over here in the corner you can't see is like something for 70 euros. And I'm like, sweetie, I don't think that's correct. Pretty sure your site might have a little hiccup. But yeah. I was going to look for... What was I going to look for? Yes. I'm looking something up real quick. Yeah, you want to be a burb, but make yourself some chainmail. Ooh, do it. Some point, like try airbrushing some fake fur for a more realistic gradation. To what end? No idea. For shits and giggles. You can probably get one of those boxes of scrap fur on different places, really. Well, that might be a bit too big. Teehee. Can I zoom out? I can. There. So I found this for 15 euros on AliExpress. This is a moon-shaped lyre. So it's a DIY kit to make like an actual musical instrument. Though for 15 euros, my friends, I'm gonna tell you, I don't have high hopes that this will produce any kind of quality sound. I am not under the illusion that I'll be able to learn to play the lyre like this and things. But for a bard cosplay, why not? Prep for the grocery delivery. Thank you for the lurk. Right? So I was like, 15 euros? Yeah, sure. Whatever. Bring it. Do it. So yeah, we'll see. I have no idea when this will arrive, because AliExpress, right? So we'll see. But at some point, because this is a DIY kit, I'll have to put in the pegs and the bridge and the strings and stuff myself, which means that we can add a little customization. What kind? I don't know yet. That depends on the quality of the wood. If it's finished at all or if it's just bare wood. Have to see. But maybe some painting, maybe some wood burning. We'll see. But yeah, this is also coming in. This is a prop. It'll be nice. And I'm thinking of making some kind of loop around here so that I can hang it off my belt, so I don't constantly have to carry around this lyre in my hands, right? So I can just, you know, do stuff. But if it's hanging from a leather loop around my belt, then I can also just quickly grab it and play a tune. I probably won't be able to play a tune with the claws I'm planning to wear anyway. Like, I don't know about you. I don't know about you, but I don't think I am neither skilled nor talented enough to play this with these. But we'll see. It's part of the fun. The idea is there. And when it comes to cosplays, it's form over function anyway. Talented even. Use a pick. Tara coming in here with the good ideas. Mayhap. Let's first see. Let's first see what the quality is of this instrument that is 15 euros on. Good for something. You're good for so many things, Tara. Don't cut yourself short like that. How dare you? But yes, talented. See what you did there. I approve. Oh yeah, let me put these aside again. Oh yeah, this is Flags Bond from, like I said, local cosplay shop. It's still... It's not super sticky anymore, but it's still drying. But at least it's looking very shiny. And I am really proud of this tongue. I'm not gonna lie. Look at that. Like, it's not even painted yet. Yes. Helps if I take my microphone with me when I move. It's still sticky, so I need to be careful not to close the beak. Hi, it's cursed. But the idea is that the lower part will be underneath my chin, so that when I move, this moves as well. Help, I got eaten by a giant corvid! I might have to accept that I can't wear this with my glasses. They might be too big and interfere with the process. It would be sad, but I have contacts. It's just that the contacts cannot fully correct my vision. But the sacrifices we make for art, I guess that's one of them. Yeah, that works. Nice. Hello. Hello. Ha. It's still drying. I didn't put much on the inside, so my hair should be safe. If not, then whoops. But yeah, I really like how the tongue turned out. But it needs to dry some more. This whole thing. I'm not going to start anything new today. Let this dry, and then over the weekend, once it's fully dried, I will add several layers of black spray paint, and then see if I want to add any details. Like, I'll definitely want to make the inside where the tongue is maybe a burgundy, like a darker red purple-ish, so it's not fully black, but it has a little bit of color difference, and then make the tongue a darker pink, probably. Because yeah, what I've put on now is the primer, the Flax Bond, just to make sure that I can paint it properly. To leave it open. There we go. So it doesn't stick together. Then I have to fit it, like form fit it. And there's elastic band that'll go around the back of my head. And then from the top of my head to the band in the back as well. And I'll glue in a balaclava just for comfort of wearing and that it stays in place. I'll have to see if I need to add some upholstery foam to parts, like where it would rest on my forehead, for example. And this is the... No, I'm not sure. I'll have to test it if I want to use this Ida fabric, which is usually used for cross-stitch, but I'm trying to turn it into a visor. As you can see through it if you're close enough. But from further away, it'll just look black. And since there won't be any light coming into the mask from the back because that's where my head is, in theory, I should be able to look into the world through this. Though there is a chance that the holes are too small and I can't see shit. In which case I have some different mesh that I could use as well. And some tulle fabric. Which is what I've used for my pumpkin mask, was just inaccessible at the moment. So yeah, still plenty of stuff to do. Yeah. Getting there. Once this is dried and painted, yeah, it still feels cold, so it's still... There's still moisture evaporating from it. Yeah, once that all is dry, I'll have to determine if I want to add more upholstery foam here, or perhaps to the sides. I think I'll have to heat it up a bit more and squish it a bit more inside. Not because I think it's too wide at the moment, but because I feel like this should be a bit more squished together, because that way I'll have some more space for my head to fit in. But we'll see. It first needs to dry. And then I can, with upholstery foam, which I have, because I got new mattresses last year. But before we tossed out the old ones, because they were very old, I took out the upholstery foam. Because it was springs in the middle of my mattress, but on the sides was the thick upholstery foam. So I'll be recycling. I didn't have to buy it because I just... Oh no, Sen, that's a terrible idea. I love it. A cassowary inspired barbarian. But the barbarian wouldn't need chainmail though. Or scale mail. What type of bird would be a paladin? Because stereotypically, I've been thinking of what I wanted to do for George, right? If I wanted to do it, if I wanted to make it a sorcerer or a rogue, and I eventually decided on a bard because I found that harp-shaped lyre, moon-shaped lyre. But I was also thinking of swashbuckler. That's a red macaw. You know, because pirates usually have the macaws on their shoulder. In the stereotypical your pirate depiction. So why not make a macaw pirate? You've ordered in some upholstery from plastic tubing to try and make a bone tail for your cabaret costume. Awesome. Ooh, nice. Oh, it's Stork. Stork? As a paladin? Interesting. That would be an interesting costume because the beak would have to be very long and pointy. A shoebill stork. Sen. Sen, a shoebill stork paladin. You know what the worst thing is, Sen? I found an Etsy shop that sells the files to 3D print a bird mask. And they basically, if you have a type of bird in mind, they have the mask files for it. The thing is, the files themselves cost 40 euros, roughly. Which I understand, because someone has to like 3D sculpt that mask to create files that you can 3D print. So I understand that price. The thing is that I don't know how much it would cost me to have such a mask printed, because I don't have a 3D printer. And I don't know someone with a 3D printer that is big enough to be able to make a mask like this. And then because there's services, right? There's services in the area as well that have that 3D print things for you. But then I tried to get a quote on something and it was like, we have 12 different kinds of plastic. Which one would you need? And I'm like, I don't know. But it sounds like a pricey print. Yeah, that is what I thought too, Frank. Which is why I abandoned that idea. And opted for the EVA foam as well. Because this is... Originally, this one was for a skull, which is why these holes are here. Because this was designed to make a skull out of, and you'd have to, sculpt some other things on it. I opted out of that sculpting and things because, yeah, I'll be covering it in fur, so it'll be different anyway. And if I'm going to be sculpting it, it will be with upholstery foam before furring it. But yeah, expensive print. But they have, I know they have a shoebill stork mask. I'm not sure if they have a cassowary. They might. Actually, you know what? Let's see if I can find that shop again. Please hold. Might as well show you. Where is this thing? Immediately found it because there's not many people that do this. Let me set the They are refusing to set the language to English, which is kind of annoying. There we go. Is this showing? Yeah, okay, hold on. Chat. So this is the crow mask. But as you can see, they have many different ones. There's different skull masks. Dinosaur, reptile, bird, dragon, mammal. What do you have in mammals? Ooh, okay. Okay, okay. Interesting. Fish, insects, and things. Now let's go to the birds. So these are colored. If I do this and this, and you'll be able to see more of them. A puffin as well. But yeah, as you can see, it's 45 euros just for the files, which again, I understand someone has to sculpt these, right? Zebra finch. Conure. This is a sun conure, I think, or sun conure, yeah. Flamingo. The cockatoo. You could add the crest and everything. Goose. Oh my god, hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out, chat. A goose barbarian. Oh, wouldn't that be beautiful? Wouldn't that be beautiful, chat? A goose barbarian. Come on. Ah. Castro toucan. There's a macaw mask. Let's see. A duck. And I think the goose is funnier. The portal! The portal! Another cockatoo. A pelican. They also have an African grey, a hyacinth macaw, the eclectus. It's just a pigeon. Okay, but those are really cool, right? Here's your cassowary. Here it is, son. Ooh. Maybe, yes. I know which one you mean. Yeah. I know which one you mean. There's a chicken as well. Probably 3 people have this in their basket. Chicken mask. And here's the shoebill. Look at the shoebill stork. I don't think they have the... They had a toucan, but I don't think they have the... I don't remember the actual names. I know the which ones you mean. A hornbill. Yeah. Yes. No, the shoebill stork is my favorite living dinosaurs. So yeah. Yeah. Alright, friends. I'm going to be patient with this one and let it dry some more. And then give it a couple coatings of black spray paint over the weekend. And then see what we'll do next week. No? Bork bork. Let's see who we can go say hello to. Who do I want to say hi to? Yeah, let's go say hi to them again. I know we said hi to them last week, but it is Abomination Friday, so, you know, you kind of got it. We're gonna go say hi to Abby. Please grab some retext if you want to tag along. I'd really appreciate it. And I'll be back tomorrow at noon CEST for Dragon Age. Dragon Age 2, Act 3. The anguish, the heartbreak, the agony continues. Yay! It's gonna be good though. Poor Hawk. Anywho, thanks for hanging out with me today, friends. It's been great. It's all lovely to see you. And remember, take care of yourselves. Take care of your spoons. And I'll see you all around on the realms of Twitch, alright? I love you all. Bye-bye.